This is not a typo. A football match actually ended 1490. And the interesting part of it is that all the 149 goals were all own goals. This happened in 2002, and the match was part of the THB Champions League. Now, this is a Madagascar top tier football competition. Now, four teams were in a playoff to decide the national champion. So, one of the teams are SOMNS. SOMNS. The short form is SOE. They were the defending champions, but they were knocked out of the title race after a controversial 3-3 draw against DSA Antananarivo. Now, that match featured a disputed late penalty. There was a disputed late penalty in that match, which infuriated the SOE coach and players. With the title already awarded to AS Adema, SOE decided to make a statement in that competition. In their final match against AS Adema, SOE intentionally scored 149 own goals. Yes, you heard that right. After each kickoff, SOE players would kick the ball into their own net while Adema stood by and they were stunned. Now, the Adema players stood by and they were stunned. Now, spectators were so confused and frustrated that some demanded refunds of their match tickets. They demanded a refund for their match tickets. The Malagasy Football Federation, which is also known as the FMF, was not amused. Now, SOE coach Ratsimandresi Ratsarazaka was suspended for 3 years. He was suspended from football for 3 years. 4 key players, including the national team captain Mamiso Rasafindrakoto, were banned for the rest of the season and barred from attending any stadium, any football match. Now, all other players received warning. All other players of SOE team received warning. They were not banned and others. Okay, so the FMF nullified SOE's result for the season. Now, their result for the season, the Madagascar Football Federation nullified the SOE result for the whole of that season. And the referee was not punished. Yes, why would he be punished? Because he has no hand in it and there was nothing he could do about it because he wasn't the one playing the football. All he had to do was to officiate. So, there were no suspensions for him. There were no fines for the referee. Now, the sports ministry dissolved the FMF Federation, the Madagascar Football Federation were dissolved by the Sports Ministry of Madagascar Nation. Now, which was later reconstituted. After it was dissolved, later it was reconstituted. Now, another interesting part of all this is that records were actually broken. We might take it as, ridiculous events and all that, but records were actually broken, and these records were actually given Guinness, World Records, recognition. You get? Now, these are the records that were broken. Now, 149 goals against 0 goals became the Guinness World Record for the highest score line in any football match around the world. In any football match, that was the highest score line in any football match. It's still holding the Guinness Book of Record, World Record right now. Now, another record that was broken is it also holds the record for most own goals scored in a single game. Most own goals scored in a single game. That's another record that was broken on that said day in 2002. The next one is that the previous record, which was held, was 36-0. Yes, that was the previous record before this particular record. Now, and it was set by Abroat versus Bonaccord in 1885. 1885, that was when the previous record was set 36 goals against 0. So the current Guinness record of the most score line for a single game is 149 goals against 0 goals, and the whole 149 goals were all own goals. So why does this matter, and why does it still matter? Now, this wasn't just a bizarre scoreline. It was a moment that exposed the emotional intensity, political tensions, and human drama behind sports. Yes, it exposed that. Now, it's a reminder that football isn't just about goals. It's about pride, it's about protest, and sometimes about chaos. So, next time your team loses 3-0, just know that it could have been worse because other teams have actually lost way, way, way more than your team. It's actually funny, right? Now, I would want you to go to the comment section and tag a friend, one of your friends who actually needs to see this, for them to know this record. I'll tag them and make sure you share too. Share on your timeline for people to know that this record actually exists. So share and make sure you follow this page, you follow and subscribe, so as for you to get more insights like this whenever I post them, because I consistently post videos like this. And I'd want to know, tell me, which are the craziest football moments which you have experienced? Which are those craziest football moments you've experienced? Now tell me in the comment section so that I will know. And make sure, do not ever forget to follow and subscribe to my page. For now, see you in the next video. Bye.